for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God. What are we?
Access to our money. She said $3,000 is 1,000 to collect $3,000. We are here.
I've always said there are two sets of people, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the top thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God. What are we?
Access to our money.
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and engender positive impact to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we'll look at the stories. First, Nnamdi Kanu. Speaker, Agwocha clash, Abia Assembly to march to Abuja. And on politics, Nnaji resigns over forgery allegations. And on 2027, Mark Arebeshola lead ADC strategy meeting. And on National Assembly, Abbas leads electoral security reforms as priorities. On politics, ACF reaffirms neutrality ahead of 2027. We are open for sponsorship of the program, advert placements, news, events, coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. You can also watch us on Avo TV, Niger TV, and Ifastech TV platform. You can connect with us on our ATN socials by subscribing, like, and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll delve right into the show. Do not get away.
I've always said there are two sets of people, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the top thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Joining me on Open Conversation this morning is Chief Jackson Lekojo. Chief Jackson Lekojo is a regular on Open Conversation and he's also a security expert and public affairs analyst. Good morning, Chief Jackson, and welcome.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Nigerians globally.
And also joining me on Open Conversation is also a regular on Open Conversation and a socio-political analyst. He is George Azonda Chinda. Good morning, George, and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Laurentia. Good morning, viewers.
And on to the story. Tension fled in the House of Representatives on Tuesday as Honorable Obi Agocha of Abia State clashed with Speaker Tajuddin Abbas over the deteriorating health of detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Agocha, who raised a matter of privilege, accused the leadership of ignoring his earlier appeals for urgent medical intervention for Kanu, citing reports from the Nigerian Medical Association that the separatist leader's health was rapidly declining. Speaker Abbas, however, ruled him out of order, insisting the motion was raised under the wrong procedure, though Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kanu assured that the issue would be formally presented within the week. Meanwhile, the Abia State House of Assembly has resolved to stage a peaceful march to Abuja to demand Nnamdi Kanu's release on medical and humanitarian grounds. The decision followed a motion of urgent importance moved by Deputy Speaker Austin Meregini, who with the Assembly aligned with Governor Alex Oti, Southeast governors, and regional leaders in calling for federal compliance with court orders granting Kanu bail. Lawmakers also agreed to meet with National Assembly leaders to press their case and hold a joint briefing on the matter. Speaker Emmanuel Emerowa of the Abia State House of Assembly condemned the federal government's continued detention of Kanu, describing it as a violation of the rule of law and human rights. He urged President Bola Tinubu to act on compassion and justice, warning that Kanu's death in custody would further inflame tensions in the region. The parallel actions by Abia lawmakers and their counterparts in the National Assembly signal renewed pressure from the southeast to secure Nnamdi Kanu's release and medical care. As the call grows louder, Nigerians are asking hard questions. Why does the federal government continue to defy valid court orders granting Kanu bail? What justification exists for detaining an unconvicted citizen whose health is failing in custody? Has the rule of law become optional in a democracy built on justice and equity? I'll start with you, George, on the story. What is your take on this development?
First thing first, I must say that Nigeria operates under the rule of law. It is quite unfortunate that after a competent court has given a judgment or a verdict on a particular matter, the authorities, I'm talking about the executive, has refused to implement the court judgment regarding Nnamdi Kanu. Now, on the issue of the man's health deteriorating, that is not something that the government should even be delaying about, because if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu in that detention cell, it will backfire on them. All over the world, once people who are incarcerated have some medical issues, they are taken out, given proper attention for their health, to come back before they face justice. So it is quite unfortunate that the government is acting the way they are acting. I really don't know if they actually want to do some kind of negotiation with Nnamdi Kanu, being the reason why they are keeping him against court judgment. So I must say that the House of Assembly guys and the House of Rep member, probably from Abia State, who actually came up with the issue, have done well, even though from what we understood, he did not, present the matter properly. I believe as time goes by, the proper channel will be, open for him to present the matter.
He said he has written to the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He has written to his office, and they also received that letter. So
for the Speaker to rule him out of order, I believe it is actually, they have their internal house rules. Even from what the Deputy Speaker is saying, that the matter will still be looked into. By implication, what that means is that there's a challenge there there's a challenge. It could be as a result of the internal house rules. Let's for instance, maybe we're discussing a matter bordering on A, and you're bringing a matter bordering on B. It may not be allowed by the house rules. So what am I trying to say? The matter has not been trashed. It has not been thrown away. The matter will still be visited from what the Deputy Speaker said. So let them look for a way to present the matter properly so that the House can take a stand on it. For the Abia State House of Assembly, I must commend them. I must commend them. The Deputy Speaker is my friend. I know him in person. I must commend the role they are trying to play. They want to pass through the right channel. They want to visit Abuja, pass through the right channel, and ensure that their voice is heard regarding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Right. We are not just talking about releasing him on sentimental grounds. A court of competent jurisdiction has, given a judgment. Then there's also the report from Nigerian Medical Association that this man's health is deteriorating. On these two grounds, the authorities have no reason keeping Nnamdi Kanu behind. Right. So I must appeal to the federal government for whatever it is, if for nothing, for the sake of peace in the Southeast. Because Nnamdi Kanu has a court following. And there are those who believe that without the release of Nnamdi Kanu, they'll continue to perpetrate some kind of violence in the Southeast, which is not good for Nigerian nation. We are grappling with challenges from the Northeast, Northwest, North Central, Southeast, Southwest, everywhere. One same government. So they should see a way to see how they can de-escalate some of these challenges by reaching out some political solutions can resolve some of this matter, and as a nation will move further ahead. All
right, very well. Chief Jackson Lekojo, what is your take on this matter?
Oh, let me say that today a lot of people are making mistakes by calling the issue of Nnamdi Kanu an issue of the Southeast. It's never an issue of the Southeast. Issue of Nnamdi Kanu today is a national issue, and it's a national security issue. And it is a pity that in a country where no part of this country today that we can say this is a safe place, that is to say the security situation is so tense, and we are still looking and inviting another chaotic situation from some other part of the country. No. Issue of Nnamdi Kanu today has become a national issue and is gradually turning to a global issue. If we may not know, there is no part of this world that will not find the Igbo men. There is no part of this world that will not find those people that believe seriously in what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. So whichever country they are, is affecting that country today in Nigeria. And just like Mr. George has said, since there is a court that has given order, what I was expecting pre-installation of Mr. President, I was so boastful, even on this platform or other platform, that definitely if Tinubu comes into office, Tinubu was going to instruct his Attorney General to quickly revisit that matter and grant this guy that bail that a court of competent jurisdiction has granted him. And to me, I was even thinking that he could use President Viat too to quickly grant him amnesty, to forgive him. Then by the time that is done, you may not really call Nnamdi Kanu to a rendezvous talk. You call on the political leaders across the Southeast, then each of the geopolitical zone of this country, one member is will join with some traditional leader, religious leader and others. Let them do meeting with them, let them talk to Nnamdi Kanu. What does Nnamdi Kanu want? Does Nnamdi Kanu, is he fighting to have a car? Is he fighting to build an estate? Nnamdi Kanu is fighting, what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, people who understand. Look at it today. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has said 3 senators from each of the states of the Federation. Then in the Southwest today, they have 18 senators. In the South-South, 18 senators. In the North Central, 18 senators. In the Northwest, 18 senators. Northeast, 18 senators. In the Southeast, 15 senators. Because they have only 5 states. And each of the other geopolitical zones states, then Northwest, 7 states. The one of, if Northwest has 7 states, why not equally give Southeast 7 states and make it, or you make it all round? Each of the zone, we have equal numbers of states. That is part of what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Have you gone to do that? He did not. He still continue to fight. Somebody, even your children, could protest in the house. If you are like giving some, say go and buy 2 trousers, you only 1 trouser, that one will one day fight you. That one will one day might even go and switch off generator that nobody is coming out of this place today. That is a protest. By the time you have something that is bothering you, there is freedom of speech, freedom of association. You can ventilate your anger within the confines of the law. But in a situation where people lost confidence, we were taught in criminology, in a situation where people lost confidence in the state, they will take to self-help. What Nnamdi is trying to do now is taking to self-help for the people of the Southeast. And we thank God, under President Muhammadu Buhari, we saw a court that granted him bail. Why not, Mr. President, now call the Attorney General of the Federation, who is equally the Attorney General of Nnamdi Kanu too, because Attorney General of the Federation is for every Nigerian, to grant this guy to stand on that bail, for this guy to have freedom. And during that freedom, you will discover that all these Monday sit at home, all this killing, a lot of things will be stopped for that period. Now, even if Nnamdi Kanu has committed a crime that he will be sentenced to death, must he die in the prison before his sentence? No. Somebody, Yoruba, make a proverb, they say, even if we are quarreling, even if we are fighting, it's not to the point of death. This one is enough. Immediately he raised his concern. They should allow him. He might be under surveillance, but they should allow him to be flown overseas. If there is any serious medical facilities in Nigeria, they should allow him. But that guy should not die in prison. If that guy die in prison, it will be catastrophic for the entire country. And that part of the area is relatively peaceful now, and we are still facing what we are facing today. Do we want to buy another market to join the Boko Haram, the banditry and others? No, enough is enough. I want to commend the gentleman honorable for his voice yesterday on the floor of the House of Representatives, and I want to appreciate the governor of Abia State, the member of Abia State House of Assembly. But by multiplier effect, before you know what is happening, if these people want to protest, a lot of people may join them. And if people join them from the Southeast, the Igbos of this world join them in Lagos. The Igbos of this world join them from Kano. Nigeria will not be peaceful. A court has not sentenced this guy. So why are we planning that he should die there? This guy